Boss, shall we talk about no business LLC, no income proof business loan? I think we should. And in today's conversation, I want to share with you 5 things to remember so you can get approved. Okay, so we're talking about new business LLC, no income proof business loan. I want you to stick around until the end of today's conversation.
One in a million, one in a million, one in a million. You know they're coming up to me, cause I'm just the kind of flower that's stinging in the beat, but the rhythm's getting higher. Go, 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 go. One in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in.
Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Story Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about no business LLC. In other words, you have a new business and you are looking for a no income proof business loan. Okay. First, I want to give you an overview. Let's first understand the requirements of a new LLC business, no income proof loan. It's very important. Now, it's important to understand when we talk about this kind of loans, those loans are collateralized. In other words, boss, you're going to have skin in the game. Don't you think for a second that a lender will give you money if you have no skin in the game, okay? First of all, you have no income. All right. You have a new business. All right. But you need to collateralize the loan. That's the only way you can have skin in the game. And the lender wants you to have skin in the game. It has to be a mutual sort of sacrifice, quote unquote sacrifice. So usually, no income proof business loans are collateralized. You need to pledge collateral at the business level. For example, equipment financing. The equipment will actually constitute the collateral for this loan. Also, you are talking about revenue-based loans. For example, invoice factoring, okay, or invoice financing, or merchant cash advance. So those are revenue-based loans, okay? And to actually get a no income proof business loan, you need to have higher than good FICO score. In other words, you need to have stellar credit. Okay. Don't you think for a second that you can have poor credit and apply successfully for a no income proof business loan? No, boss. No way, Jose. This will not happen. Okay. And you want to make sure that your business is legit. In other words, it has to have all the important, I'll speak about legitimacy later on, but your business must be legit. If you want to get a no income proof new LLC business loan, you better have a legit business. And the cool thing is, those loans, they don't verify income because they don't care about your income, because they know already the loan is either based on the asset or on your revenue. So that's fine. So sometimes they don't even ask you for financial documentation. You don't need to have to actually show any financial documentation. But one thing that you have to show though is a business plan. Very important. You want the business plan to be enthralling, to be captivating, to actually articulate very well your vision for the business. Because think about it, you are a new LLC. How are you going to articulate your business vision to the lender? Well, generally you do so through a business plan. Okay, so make sure you take care of that. So let's first talk about your personal FICO. You need to have more than average FICO. You need to have good or stellar FICO. Very important. If you're trying to get a no income proof business loan for your new LLC and you have poor credit, or let's say even average credit, sometimes it will not work. No. So, boss, what I'm trying to tell you right now here is that if you have a new LLC, okay, and you're looking to get no income proof business loan, please work first on your FICO score. I want your ass to work on your FICO score. Okay, think about the 5 factors that affect your credit scores. Do you know those? Grandpa, grandma, do you know those? Dad, mom, pops, talk to me. What are the factors that affect your FICO score? Because at this point we have to have a certain knowledge. We have to have complete mastery of the 5 items that affect your FICO score. Okay, number 1, your payment history. Are you paying your bills on time all the time? Boss, talk to me about that. Okay, we cannot play with these things. We cannot, if you're trying, see, our goal on this show is to empower you so that your ass gets approved all the time when you apply for a business loan or business credit card. Okay, so you need to pay your bills on time all the time. Now, I'm not telling you to pay your balance in full. I mean, some months, stuff happens, cash might be tight, whatever, but you want to pay the minimum. You want to make the minimum payment due. This is important, okay? What about your credit usage? Your credit utilization ratio. This is an important factor. Your payment history accounts for 35% of your FICO score, okay? I want you to get that, 35%. And your credit utilization ratio accounts for 30%. So right then and there, you have a two elements. 35% plus 30%, that's 65%. Nearly 2/3 of your FICO score. That's how important those two factors are, okay? And the length of your credit history is also important. Your credit mix is also important. And your recent credit is also important. So we're talking about, inquiries. So the whole thing is, length of your credit history, that's 15%. Credit mix and recent credit, 10% each. So boss, you want to have a high FICO score before you apply for a no income proof business loan. Very important. Don't you play with that. I don't want you to see your ass play with that. No. Okay, no. I said no. So do everything today. If you have to check your credit score to see whatever, if everything is clean, do that. Okay, do that so that you can actually file dispute letters for if you have derogatory items that are just sitting there and just precluding you from getting the loan that you need. Then you need to fix that ASAP. Let's talk about liquidity. So that's the second thing you need to think about. You need to prove that your personal cash situation is stable. Remember, I didn't talk about your business cash situation. I talked about your personal liquidity level must be stable. So if you're trying to get a new LLC business, no income proof business loan, you need to demonstrate to the lender that, hey, listen, my personal cash is good. In other words, my personal net worth is good. This hack is kind of similar. There's a strong correlation between your personal FICO and your personal net worth. Okay, the higher your FICO score, the higher the more financially responsible you are, which could translate into a higher net worth. All things held constant. Okay, I'm not saying there's a direct correlation, but there is a strong correlation. There is some kind of there's a strong parallel here. So when we talk about cash, when I'm talking about liquidity, I'm talking about your cash flows. I'm speaking about your cash inflows and cash outflows. That's what it is. Okay, that's what I talk about. So the thing here is that there is a strong correlation between the cash, your net cash, and your disposable income. So I don't care if you make a lot of money personally, but if you spend as much, then your disposable income is inexistent or very low. This is why you have to live within your means. Okay, you can probably just you can set a bar for how much of your paycheck you want to spend. Some people put it 30%, some people put it 40%. I don't know your business, so I have no idea of how much you can actually spend and how much you can save. But you got to have a routine, boss. I'm talking to you, niece, daughter. I'm talking to you, nephew. I'm talking to you. I want you to actually have a routine where you save, let's say, 30% of your cash of your pay every month, okay? And you just put it there in a rainy day account, in your emergency savings account, okay? And so that's going to help you improve your personal cash flows, and that's what we care about, okay? Things like budgeting, things like expense monitoring, things like living within your means. Those are very good routines that will help you build up some cash flows. And I want you to do that, boss. I want you to do that. I want you to promise me today, starting today, that you want to slash your expenses. I want you to automate your savings. Let's be in a situation where we are automating those things. Okay, savings, expense monitoring. Okay, you really want to be in a position, and this is so important. The funny things, people sometimes laugh at athletes who they get paid millions of dollars and then they file for bankruptcy. Well, this is because their DTI is high. They're making a lot of money, but they're spending as much also. So their disposable income is inexistent. There's no disposable income. And I don't want you to have that. I don't want you to have that situation. The industry you're in is very important. If you're trying to get a no income proof new LLC business loan, I want you to talk about the attractiveness of the industry you want to get in, or that you are currently in. Okay, you need to tell the lender, hey, listen, I'm not making any paper right now, but very soon I'll be banking. Very soon I'll be playing. I'll be chilling. Okay, because the industry I'm in is so profitable. The profit potential is there, and this is not. Don't laugh at this, man. This is really, really important. You can actually you can get a higher loan, a very generous loan amount, if you're able to explain to the lender, hey, listen, my industry is good. Now, there are a lot of tools that help you do that. There are a lot of, I would say, formulas, a lot of codes that help you actually explain the attractiveness of the industry you're in. And one tool that we love, and we've been using this for 20 years, it's called the 5 forces model. Okay, this is actually, there's a Harvard professor that came up with this model, and his name is Michael Porter, and he identified 5 forces that can actually disrupt potential sales. The way we look at it, this is the way to actually explain the attractiveness of your industry. In other words, you tell the lender, hey, listen, I'm in a good industry. I'm going to make money. I've done my research, I've done my investigation, and I believe this is a great industry. So you have to be able to articulate that. Now, there are 5 elements called 5 forces that will help you. So you have knowledgeable customers, you have supplier power, you have competitors, okay, you have new market entrants, and you have substitute products. Now, the thing is, we can have an entire show based on the 5 forces model. If you need more information, I want you to drop them in the comment section. Okay, we'll just answer you. But long story short, you want to tell the lender that you're in a good industry because customers are knowledgeable, they are ready to spend. Okay, suppliers are not very powerful because if you are in an industry where the suppliers have power, that's really bad for the industry. Okay, so depending on the industry you're in, you need to actually explain this elements in a way that is conducive to your business. Okay, what about substitute products and services? Are they high? Are they low? Really depends on you. And also you have to think about threats of new entrants. Okay, so overall what I'm trying to say here is that you have to actually paint the right picture for your company. Okay, this is really important, and don't take this lightly. I want to talk to you now about legitimacy. In other words, you need to show that you have a legit business. I mean, you're probably talking about you have a new LLC business. Okay, everybody can have a new LLC business. That's not a problem. But the question is, have you filed the right paperwork? Do you have the right business licenses and permits? Okay, because otherwise, you are just having a shell company, a shell LLC with no strong foundation, and we see this a lot. You see people in family reunions. You go to happy hours. People talk about, hey, I have my own business. I started my own business. And when you ask them a question about, is your business legit? And they're like, oh, don't you trust me? Of course I have a legit business. Well, it's not about trust. There are specific things you need to do to make sure your business is legit. And that's what I care about. And that's what I want you to care about. Okay? It ain't about trusting and whatever. No. Do you have a business name? Do you have a business address? Do you have a business phone number? Have you created a business entity? In other words, you're an LLC. Are you a legit LLC? Okay. Have you registered your business? Have you gotten business licenses and permits? Those are important elements. Have you requested an employer identification number from the IRS? Because you need an EIN for your business. Have you opened a business bank account? Let's talk about that. See, those are things that are important. I mean, you might be thinking, well, this guy's he's just talking whatever. I mean, he has he has a long checklist. Why do I need to do all this? Well, you need to do this because if you want your ass to be approved, you got to really comply with the directives, with the checklist I'm giving you. Okay? Have you thought about setting up your accounts, your accounting rather, your books? You got to have that. I mean, you're just walking around telling people that you're an LLC, you're a business owner, whatever, with no accounting. How are you going to do your financial reporting? Boss, talk to me about that, okay? You take these things very lightly, and I don't like that. I want you to take these things seriously because we are talking about street business here. We ain't playing. We ain't got no time to play. Waste of time, no. Think about getting your DUNS number from DNB. That will help you also in terms of establishing your business credit. Okay, and if you have time, trying to register your business with online services, including Google, see, so that people search for your business, they can see you. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Finest, yeah, yeah, young Mr. Killer, and call me señorita. I papi got me dreaming, my legs up on the ceiling. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I know when he come, he ain't never gonna leave. No. Hit it the night run, and that's the way I wanna be. So don't think I'm the one to won't ever be enough.
Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. We are also having a conversation today about no income proof business loan from a new LLC. And I want to talk to you about the fifth thing that's important. I want to talk about a business plan. You know, I know people will be like, you know, this guy's just he loves business plans so much. Well, I love business plan because I want your ass to be approved. That's what's up. Okay, not trying to waste your time, not trying to razzle dazzle you, but we're talking seriously about business plan being quite essential for your business loan application. Okay, especially if you want a business loan with no income proof, you need to have a business plan. And again, when we talk about business plan, I'm not asking you to write the business plan yourself. No. You can outsource everything. I mean, you know, listen, my goal, our goal, my team's goal in business is that you want to outsource whatever you're not good at or whatever will take too much of your time, and you want to focus on what you're good at. It's as simple as that. Nobody's perfect. Nobody has an IQ of whatever, of a genius, whatever. Okay, but you want to outsource the thing. So when it comes to business plan, you can go on Fiverr, you can go on Upwork, you can go on TopTal, you can go on freelancer.com. There are a lot of websites out there. There are a lot of freelancer websites out there. Okay, you can hire someone, or you can hire someone locally. If you have a nephew, if you have a cousin, you have somebody in your family or in your I would say in your social network that actually can write a business plan for you, hire that person. But it better be good though. I want to have a compelling business plan for me. I don't want to have a cheap ass business plan. No, I don't want I don't want that. Okay, so you want to have a business plan with all the important elements. We're talking about executive summary, company description, market analysis, right? We were talking about management and organization, product and services, customer segmentation, SWOT analysis, talking about strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Okay, you want to talk about your marketing plan. You want to talk about your financial plan. Those are important things. I mean, you want to tell everybody. I mean, not just the lender, but also yourself, your service providers, your suppliers, your vendors. You can share the business plan with them, so they have a clear idea what vision you have for the business, and that's important. Let's talk about the approach you need to follow to be approved. I want to share with you an approach that's very, very powerful. It's a proven approach. Okay, we have used it time and again over the last 30 years. How can you be approved for a no income proof new LLC business loan? Well, first of all, you need to understand what the lender is looking for. Everything starts from there. You need to have a clear idea what the lender is looking for. Okay, and you need to decide what type of financing you need, because not every credit product is the same. So it's very important to decide what kind of financing you need, and you need to find out how to get approved. Okay, so when we talk about find out how to get approved, it means that you got to talk to the lender. So first of all, you want to learn what the lender is looking for in terms of time in business, in terms of personal credit scores, business credit scores, cash flows, collateral, industry. You got to decide what type of loan or financing you need. Are you looking for an online loan, a traditional bank loan? Are you looking for a no income proof micro loan? Okay, and the thing here is it's really important to be clear about what you want. Are you looking for a business cash advance? Okay, and you need to find out how to get approved after talking to the lender, and then you gather your documents. Very important. So I'm talking about your tax returns, any applicable licenses and permits. Okay, business and personal credit scores. Very important. And you want to choose a lender. You want to choose a lender that understands your industry, a lender who has done, let's say, transactions in your industry in the past, because that's the thing. You want a lender who understands your industry in and out. Okay, it could be a direct lender, it could be a lending marketplace. Yeah, you have lending marketplaces that do this kind of transaction also. Okay, so this is really important. And one thing I want you to really remember is that in some cases, you might have to pledge collateral. You might have to pledge business collateral. And this is okay. So when we talk about equipment financing, for example, the equipment serves as collateral for the loan, and that's fine. And that's a no income proof business loan for a new LLC. In other words, you don't have to prove any income, because the asset constitutes the security for the loan. I mean, because the lender just wants to make sure they will be repaid anyway. That's what matters. Okay, so if you have equipment financing, or as I said before, if you have an MCA, a merchant cash advance, this could also be good. The bottom line is you need to follow a certain formula to get the loan approved, and try to follow that. Now, if you have any question, please, you can drop your comments down below. We'll answer you, not a problem. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was talking to you about the new business LLC, no income proof business loan, 5 things to remember so you can get approved. So I gave you an overview. We talked about the 5 things are your personal FICO, your liquidity, the industry you're in, okay, the legitimacy of your business, and number 5, your business plan. And I just gave you an approach to get approved. Fantastic. Thank you so much for your attention. I appreciate it. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.